Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? We have Josh, Jordy, and Liam, the founders of On-Chain Whales. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to host this. So I think it's morning where you guys are, evening for me.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Coffee time.
Coffee time, and I'm energizing. So if you don't mind, Josh, could you start off, introduce yourself to everyone, then we'll hit you, Jordy, and then Liam?
Yeah, so I'm Josh. I'm one of the three founders of On-Chain Whales, as you guys know. My role in On-Chain Whales is the XRPL development and a lot of the back-end development. And during the day, I'm a medical student. Make my way through that, 4 years in at the moment.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So hi everyone, I'm Jordy. As most of you know, I came into On-Chain Whales slightly late. I know Liam very well, and then met Josh pretty well through On-Chain Whales. And I head up a lot of the social side of things. So Discord, Twitter. I was the one that reached out to Jenna to be like, hey, let's do an interview. So I'm the reason why we're here today, I guess. But no, it's been a really great experience learning everything about XRPL. I didn't know anything. And then these guys have taught me. So I still don't know everything. I don't think anyone ever does. But yeah, every day we learn a bit more, don't we?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we do. 100%. Happy to have you here. Liam.
Always learning. It's good. Hey, my name's Liam, so I'm the founder as well. Well, yeah, of On-Chain Whales. I had all the art, so I do all the creative side, website design that's currently being built, alongside our NFT art and just user interfaces. So that's my role for On-Chain Whales. I'm the artiste.
Nice. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes, and this is super cool because I think that this is the first time where everyone's getting to see your faces out there together in one place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We hinted at it with StakeX. You could see us on the thumbnails.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so super awesome. People are happy that there are real people here, real faces. So I know that makes a lot of people feel better when
Hello,
that's
everyone.
a project. Guys who are tuning into us, I just want to let you know that we're going to cover all kinds of questions, and you are more than welcome to ask a question, leave it here. We're going to hit them at the end because chances are there's something that we're probably going to end up covering. So we'll hit all of that at the end. Don't hesitate to ask. And without further ado, let's talk about On-Chain Whales. What is it?
Woo! What is On-Chain Whales? Well, at the moment, it's an IOU token for an NFT project on the XRPL, since we're hanging out for the real XLS 20 amendment, which will just bring so much utility to the XRPL in terms of NFTs and real world usage, other than just a payment form. And yeah, it's initially started as an NFT project and now is like utility backing the StakeX ecosystem. So I'll palm off to Josh and he can talk about the design around it.
Yeah, so as Liam was saying, we started off with the NFT project, and our goal behind that was to build an NFT project where the community is basically the decision makers behind the artwork. And hence the idea where each individual art is split into 4 pieces, 4 quarters, and then the community can combine their 4 corners to create their own combination of their complete whale that they want. And the idea behind this is it allows people to do 2 things. It allows users to express themselves, because if a user's a bit of a quirky person, they can make a quirky whale, make a jumbled up whale. If they like everything nice and organized, they can make a clean and matching whale. So it allows users to express themselves through NFTs, which is really exciting. And in doing so, it also allows the community to determine the value of the artwork themselves rather than predefined rarities and that sort of thing. This collection allows the community as a whole to define how rare their art piece is going to be. If they're wanting to put in more effort to make what may be deemed as a more rare combination, then they're likely going to get rewarded for that in resale value later. And so that's the idea of it initially. And then it expanded into, like Liam said, one of the backing projects behind StakeX, and a real core part of that ecosystem, which is been really exciting as the first soft staking platform on the XRPL. And currently we have 6 different projects onboarded, and everyone's getting daily passive rewards from that, which is really awesome.
Yeah, I think I calculated up the other day the amount of projects that, like, if we're including OCW and Xblade coming onto that system, like, to off track a little bit from OCW, but we're looking at around 20 projects in the lineup onto that system as well. So
yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we've got a big lineup. It's been really exciting to see. Lots of people are really supportive of the idea behind that. And On-Chain Whales, as well as Xblade, like we were saying, is really the core behind that, and was the idea behind that to add utility to the initial projects while still being able to help the XRPL projects as a whole.
It really does. And there's so much excitement in the community. I can't tell you how many different Telegrams and Discords I go into, and I know these projects are getting hounded every single day by their community. When StakeX, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's no longer when Lambo or when Moon, it's when StakeX, right? Yeah.
And I think it's funny because it'll get to the point then where they're like, okay, we need to do something about this. And then they're reaching out probably.
Yeah, it's awesome, you know.
So
yeah, beautiful.
I want to take it back to the different whales. Okay, so I see a 1,000 and then a 9,000. Can you tell us a little bit more about each category?
Yeah, so we do have different tiers. So if we're looking at the 9,000, these are just like the current artwork that you see circulating. So this is like, I guess you could call it the Pokemon cards of the project, where these are to be traded, worked on, passed around, and, you know, just they're the initial NFTs. They're the project's founding point. Then we're looking at the 1,000, which bring on different artistic traits and creativity. So, you know, if you look at the artwork right now, it's, you know, it's basic. It's cool, but it's basic. But then we're looking at more complex artworks, and these ones become, obviously, they have a higher value. They're more unique. There's more time being put into them. They're currently being developed. So we've got 3D artworks being designed, and that'll, like, to hint at it, that'll be for our ultra rare section. So there's going to be 3D whales, for example, for these ultra rare ones, and they're going to be animated, and they're going to have these cool, unique features to each of them, as opposed to our 2D designs, which are currently, you know, you've got the flexibility to create it. These ones are going to sway away from the like puzzle part of it and be NFTs like this. But yeah, the 9,000 and the 1,000, it's just a point that people can use to differentiate between the next level of designs.
Now, I have a question. Obviously, we can stake them right now. And then I assume later you're going to be able to stake your whole NFT, right?
Yeah, so that's correct. Yeah, so at the moment, as you guys know, it is the IOU OCW token that's been staked on StakeX, but currently working on it right now, and it's just been finalized and going through testing phases, but that will be rolled over into NFT staking. So redeeming your OCW for your NFT, you can then stake that NFT for the same value on StakeX. So you're not losing any utility by minting your NFT.
Okay, so whenever you stake it, let's say you have a super rare one, right? Like one of the precious or the 52 hertz, you're not going to earn more off of that one than a more common one, or no?
Yeah, so the different tiers will have different weights within the staking ecosystem. So that's part of the idea behind that. So the original and the cards that you see around at the moment, they're not going to be stakeable for as much as the more rare ones, like Liam was mentioning.
Oh, wow. So rewards could drastically change for someone.
They could, yes.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. How does your burning mechanism work? I noticed that on your white paper.
Yeah, so with that burning mechanism, so that's referring to you're referring to the four corners being burnt in redemption of your combination, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that will be, so we're just finalizing the procedures and stuff for that right now on our new updated website that we're working on. And the way that's essentially going to work is we're going to have dedicated minting weeks. And during that week, it'll be a week-long period where a limited amount of these combinations can be redeemed at a point during that week period. And the idea behind that is essentially it'll be an easy-to-use interface, but at the core of it, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be burning those four corners that you want, and you'll be getting in return a complete NFT that matches those combinations. And then that complete NFT is obviously worth a little bit more. It's got a bit more added utility behind it, not only in the StakeX ecosystem, but within the on-chain Whales ecosystem. And then you've got your combination that you're after, with your four original ones being burnt and taken out completely of the system.
Okay, got you. And since we're talking already about this, do you want to give a little bit more of a tokenomics breakdown, how many tokens you have? I think people can do this simple math, but just in case they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll actually take on this one. Pretty easy question. Obviously, everyone's seeing our tokenomics on the white paper, but I can just break it down a little bit more. The largest portion of our tokenomics is a 35% going towards the airdrops that we've already done and giveaways. We've actually given out 31% of our total thing from that, so we've only got 4% of the total supply left in that giveaway wallet there. Which I use for things like beach giveaways and Twitter giveaways, stuff like that. Then we have 15% that we put in our own wallet that we lock away, the founder's wallet. We haven't actually touched that at all. I don't think we've really talked about what we're doing with that yet.
We did actually at one point. We did a surprise Christmas giveaway from our own pocket, so we lessened our own supply for the community as well at one point.
Yeah, our very first airdrop, we took 850 tokens from the founder's share to be distributed as first.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, right at the very start, back in December last year.
Yep.
And then we have sort of two other parts of our total supplies broken up between marketing and operations. So we got 20% towards marketing, and right now that's predominantly being used towards our marketing team that we have hired and we have on board. They're working quite a lot with Liam right now, doing the website, as he's already talked about. And then we have a couple more things in the future with them, but the wallet's also there to help fund any further marketing and advertisements. And then another 25% is used for our operations, so general day-to-day web servers, things like that, just fees, any development costs. And those are both the way that we actually, I guess, turn those into XRP or money that we can use is we have, Josh has made that drip tool, which sells off at, I believe it's 1%. We've currently got it set to 1% above market price. It makes an order, very small increments there. And it's been working really well to help us, cover those other costs there. And then finally, the last 5%, if you're keeping up with the math, that goes to advisors. And so in this regard, obviously that's looking at things like legal fees and stuff like that.
Thank you so much for breaking that down, Jordy. Do you guys mind if we take a second and I pull up the chart?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I find it pretty impressive. I like this chart.
Yeah, we do too.
All right. So let me get this.
Look at that.
Here. Yeah. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, and it would have been right at the bottom that we had our last meeting with you, Jenna.
So our last meeting, I think we were probably under 10 XRP. It was somewhere in here, I believe.
Yeah.
And look at this. You know what, though? This tells me a lot, though. Even, I mean, we see that wick there, and people just really aren't selling that much, though. Despite how high this is pumped, and I think that's just because of the staking and the passive income of STX that they're making, and they see the potential of this in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Really good, and when we see it in our community, it's reflected in our community. It's so solid. People are so happy and supportive. So it's definitely reflected in our charts as well. So we obviously can't do this without a good community. So that's thanks to Geordie and the amazing people that have joined our project.
For sure. That's beautiful, guys. I just wanted to say congratulations on that, and to everyone who's holding, very impressive. I feel like that's just going to keep going up. And of course, none of this is financial advice. And always do your own research. These are just my personal feelings about this project. I really like it. Guys, will you share some of your future plans that you are able to tell us about?
Yeah. I mean, I'll take this one away as well. We actually have quite a few points we do want to bring up in regards to this, because XLS 20 coming around the corner, StakeX is popping off. We're looking at expansion rather than plateauing, and obviously what I talk about mostly, or I'm interacting with mostly, is the community. Any XRPL project is only as strong as their community. We have a great one. We've really meshed well with some of our partnerships as well, most known as Xscape. And I've met through everything a lot of great people. We've all met some great people. Just recently looking at revamping our Discord there. So I've brought on, they're all in the chat, I think, but I've brought on a couple of different mods, and they've been really great. Heading up the infamous beach competitions. Everyone loves a good beach competition. Getting in that Discord and running that. And, Josh is great. He's put in so much time to really perfect that bot, and we've stress tested, and it's almost foolproof now.
Tested for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've had 60 people playing that game at one point. It's insane.
I mean, like 80, upwards of 80. It capped out. It doesn't even show everyone anymore.
Tell me more about the beach game. What is this beach competition?
Yeah, so it's a built-in competition onto our Discord bot, our custom Discord bot that we've developed for On-Chain Whales in particular, called Wesley. And it's just a fun little community game that we play. And the goal of it is kind of like, they've got alternatives called like Rocket Launch and Crashbot and stuff like that. And it's basically taken off that and put on a bit of an On-Chain Whales type theme onto it. And it's fun game to play with the community. Everyone seems to really enjoy it. Josh
and I used to come around to each other's house, and we'd have a few drinks and play a game called Bust a Bit. And we never made money on it, but we always had such a great time. So we thought, why not remove the stakes of money and introduce just a fun little game to the community, since we enjoy it so much. So it's kind of like a piece of us that everybody can enjoy. Trying not to make that sound weird, but it's our favorite game.
I've got to hop in the Discord to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. People really get around that, and sometimes I'll chuck in a little bit of a OCW prize here and there, or Kegs is pretty infamous in our bots, our Discords as well. But our mods run that. They ran their first one. I had a new group of 3. They ran their first one last week, and it went off a hitch. You got like Kuro and Kazu in the chat, my mods, and Razzle as well. If you guys see their comments popping up. So not just that, but I'm also looking at really implementing some new things into that Discord, and looking to revamp it into a lot more of a communal space, alongside our other Discord as well. We've got 3 going on right now that I'm all part of. So definitely looking at what we can do
Nice and
but
busy.
aside from the fishing, there's this fishing bot that is just everyone loves it. The fishing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I sat on there for like an hour of one session just playing that fishing bot, and I was like, "Oh, geez, I've got a website I got to build." Like,
yeah. Speaking of the website,
too.
Yeah. Speaking of the website, Liam, do you want to take away about our marketplace?
Yeah. So we've actually been in development. I guess we might as well spill the beans, but we've been in development for this new website for I think 2 to 3 months. I think 3 months now. It's been in development, and a bunch of ideas and functionalities being implemented into it, especially alongside our marketing team, which has been amazing. Shout out to them. We're building a marketplace. So initially it's going to be on-chain whales, NFTs, free listing. And this is going to be where you can go on, press a button, and you redeem your OCW for the NFT. And you just go on our website, connect your wallet, press a button, bam, you get your NFT. There's no third party. There's nothing like that. That's the beauty of decentralization, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the central concept for the marketplace is going to be on-chain whales NFTs, but we are looking at expansion into onboarding and having the ability to have other projects on this platform. And we're still hashing out the details of how that's going to work. We want it to be very rewarding to be on our platform. And I guess rewarding, when people look at that, is, what monetary value can I get out of it? Is this one better than this? Why is this better than this? Or are we looking, they can weigh up their options and see like pure decentralization and cost of using the service. So we'll be looking at that. And just, bring an open standard to the marketplace. Just be open about how we developed it. If people need tips and tricks, like we've been active in a lot of communities helping out in terms of functions required to run a project as well. So if we can bring that to people who don't have these developmental skills that we do, then, go us, go figure. Also, we are exploring a metaversal project. So we're toying with the idea, and that is something I can't speak too much of it. Of course, there's got to be some confidentiality, and otherwise, insider trading. But there we go. It's there's metaversal plans being hashed out, and if on-chain whales, it's not going to be just another play to earn game. It's going to have some exciting development, something that really pushes the boundaries of the community. And if we're not getting hate for it and people aren't questioning us, then we haven't done enough. And that's our goal every single time, is to catch people off guard and make something that's like, holy shit, like, can you do can you do this? And I'd like Josh to talk about one exciting thing that we do have coming on, that we've been working around the clock on as well.
Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah. What's your question?
No, something else. This is great.
Yeah. So as part of that, so Liam mentioned, so we've signed on a marketing team, another Australian marketing team, for a couple of months now. And they've been really awesome, massive help with a lot of things. And we've really been amazing getting the ball rolling, really helping us set up different things. And one of the things that they've been helping us set up is a podcast group, which we're currently finalising details for that now, and hopefully should start the formal ball of that rolling shortly. And the goal behind that is to have this podcast available that is not so much on-chain whales and XRPL focused, but more a crypto podcast in general, more as a way to help people introduce themselves into the crypto space as a whole, and really just bring people into the world that we're all enjoying so much, and really share our experience and our knowledge with people on a wider platform. And we're really looking forward to that. It's it looks like it's going to be really quite an exciting time.
Oh my gosh, like there's just so much going on and I love it. And Liam, with what you're saying, I know that you guys have a lot of creative vibes and I can't wait to see what you'll come up with. I'm really excited to see what you guys do in the metaverse, but I know that's a possibility. I know you didn't say definite, but I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's hop over, if you don't mind. We do have some questions from our viewers who have supported us through this and on-chain Whales fans over here. I think that you said this because of the marketplace. And I do have one real quick before we hop over. Are you going to be just focused on the XRPL for your NFT marketplace, or do you think that you'll implement a multi-chain bridge to do other chains?
So the core and the priority is definitely the XRPL. And reality is that's probably going to take up the next big period of time, is focusing on that and really making sure we've developed it well within the XRPL. But further expansion is a really exciting idea and definitely an idea that we have toyed with. And it's just about one step at a time. We don't want to jump the gun and release something that's not ready or functioning how we want it to.
We won't be sleeping at some point if we take on too much. It'd be like coffee businesses will be booming. We'll cause inflation on coffee beans already. There's enough.
Got you. Okay, so are they on 14D or 20D?
20D.
20D.
Yeah.
All the way.
Had a feeling. Okay. Will the value in XRP of the NFTs vary from NFT to NFT once minted, and like the tokens, which are all equal currently? Is this related? I'm not sure, to the staking, or
this sounds like it's leaning over to staking. I'll let Josh head that.
Yeah. So as far as raw value is concerned, like your resale value, NFTs are a bit more of a personal, circumstantial item. So just because two of them were minted at the same time, because they look different, people rank them personally with different values. So there will be variations between NFT prices, I'm sure. And that is determined up to individuals and what individuals are willing to pay and bid on these NFTs. But from a StakeX perspective and a staking perspective, a lot of the intention is that a lot of the NFTs of the same level will be stakeable for the same amount. So like the cards, 2 cards may be able to be sold for different values, but their staking weight will be the same.
Yeah.
And that's because it's very hard to value an NFT correctly. So a lot of the methods that's done is through their circulating supply and stuff. And that's something that we're on the StakeX team, we're really working on hashing out, getting finer details of that sorted.
And it's so exciting.
Yeah. I wonder if StakeX will implement some locking mechanism for staking longer for more APY.
So that starts to...
It goes against our values.
We're probably not necessarily something to expect, purely because a lot of the goal of StakeX is to not lock up your tokens and to have your tokens free reign and doing whatever you want them to. We don't necessarily want users having to send their tokens to a centralized wallet to be able to stake them. We feel like that's crossing some barriers and could be unsafe on a user end. So we're trying to avoid that at the moment. But yeah, who knows where we go in the future. It's not a current priority. Yeah.
Got you. There's a lot of positive feedback from your beach game.
Yeah.
Everybody's just
It sounds like we're going to have a genetic appearance on a beach game, and we can organize one with the community.
I would love that.
We'll do some prizes for a giveaway.
That would be super fun. Let's do that. Actually, this person, I hate saying this name. Pee poo poo poo. Okay. They did talk about a burning mechanism. Yes, there is one. If you want to just briefly describe that again real quick. But
so we'll have 2 main burning mechanisms. The first will be to burn your OCW token in redemption for an OCW NFT. That will be on our website. And then the next level of that burning mechanism will be to burn your OCW NFTs in redemption for your complete whale NFT. And again, that will be through our website and marketplace. Yeah.
Awesome. That is all that I have from those questions, guys. Is there anything else that you want to share about the project or leave us with today? I mean, you gave us so much awesome information, and thank you for dropping it here.
Yeah, no
Thanks for
worries.
having us. Really excited to be here.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much. I can't wait to play beach. I can't wait for everything. And I'm super excited to be able to tune in whenever you get this podcast rolling.
Yeah.
Really
We'll have
excited.
to have you as a guest on it. So, the whole thing is
Oh,
showing a light on cryptocurrency.
sorry, we do have this one that just popped up. What did OCW plan on doing with their land in the Million Pixel Wall? Do you guys have
What
an
do we
answer on that
plan?
one?
I didn't realize we were buying land. Sorry.
I-
I bought a
Yeah.
Million Pixel Wall position just solely to support another XRPL project. So,
Yeah, they seem to be
as
doing
well,
awesome
it's-
stuff with the donations and the charity work behind that. As
Yeah.
Lee mentioned. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice little community project. And I don't know that they have like definite, terms of everything that they're going to do with it yet. But I think it's more or less just a fun project for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'll do it. Yeah, it would help support others was the intention behind it, like Liam was saying.
Yeah, they're a great group of people, Dex Avengers, everything.
Yeah.
Good people. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And I will look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thanks
Yeah,
very much
will
for being
be.
on board, Jenna.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Awesome. Have a
Thanks,
great day.
Lee.
See you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.